Hey guys, you're watching Dansky, the place to be to develop your creative skills. In this tutorial, we're going to take a look at how to get started designing for the iPhone X in Adobe XD. So let's jump into it. Rightio, so we're now in Adobe XD and you can see that I've opened up a template file, and if you'd like to jump straight into designing for the iPhone X, you can download this file and it's linked in the video description. So the first thing we're going to do is go to File, down to New, or from the welcome screen, just select iPhone X on the drop down and then click this icon here to create a new artboard. And you can also go to the artboard tool and just select iPhone X from the top, and it will create you a new artboard with those preset sizes. So we have a new artboard now, it's blank. We could start designing right away, that's absolutely fine. However, it's important to add some of the UI elements from iOS because these are important considerations when designing. So we've got things like the status bar here at the top, the home bar indicator at the bottom, and you can grab these by going to File, down to Get UI Kits and Apple iOS. And it loads up a lovely web page that I've already got open here. And you can see that you can download this in multiple formats. So go and download the Adobe XD version. You also have the UI kits for the older versions of the iPhone, but you can see here the X is slightly different. So we've got a different position for the time and the status icons. We've got the notch here. We're all familiar with the notch, aren't we? And we also have the curved edges around the screen rather than the straight edges on the older generation of iPhone. So a few changes here to be aware of. So once you've downloaded that XD file, open it up, of course in Adobe XD, and just select the status bar, the home bar, go to Edit, Copy, and then paste them into this document with this artboard selected here. And if they're not positioned automatically, just position them appropriately to match something like this, what you're seeing here. And of course, there are two different versions of the status bar. We have the dark version in black and the lighter version in white. And I've included both of these here in this file in the symbols panel. So we've added the status bar, we've added the home bar at the bottom. And one other consideration that I like to add when I'm designing for the iPhone X are those curves. So we've got the curves around the edge, and we also have the notch. For example, if I type some text here, and I type this as a title, I'm just gonna cut those curves and the notch to the clipboard. And I'm designing and I think, okay, I'm gonna put my title there and that looks fine to me, nice bit of spacing above. Actually, once I paste in this notch, you can see here that this text is far too close. So I think it's an important design consideration, and the curves around the edges in particular are something you can get quite creative with as well when you're designing your app. So this is pretty much my template that I work with. And if I go to the layers panel, you can see how I've set this up here. So we have the bar at the bottom, that's this home bar. We've got the status bar here, and we also have the guide. And this is the curves around the edge and the notch. And what I like to do is have this on the very top, and I can lock that layer. And what I've also done, in fact, I'll change the color now just so you can see how it looks normally. So that's how it looks normally as an object. And I've just selected the eyedropper tool and sampled the workspace color around here, just so it blends into the background and just puts a lot more focus on my app that I'm designing. And I like to go and lock this just so I don't move it by mistake. But yeah, this is the template that I work with when designing for the iPhone X. And there we go. That's how to get started designing for the iPhone X in XD. And remember, if you'd like to download the file used in this video, it is linked in the video description. If you have any questions or comments, pop them down there as well. A huge thank you to the people who support me on Patreon. If you'd like to find out more information, there is a link in the description. But as always, like this video if you enjoyed it. Take care, and I'll see you next time.